Hello everybody, welcome to the third video? I think it's the third video. I think we got one more video idea for today and then I'm going to keep it chill. And then tomorrow we got some dissection on some stuff with the Battleground store. Some stuff doesn't look as good as maybe Kabam are giving it a kind of a look. And I've seen a lot of people kind of not gaslighting it, but I want to kind of dissect that a bit in a bit more detail. So I need to prep for that video. But in any case, this video is all about totals of the bots you can get for this particular event. So, as a lot of you know, there's a side quest going on. You can grab some of your devices. I did post a video earlier about there was a way that you can grab a load of the devices. This is the thumbnail for that video. It is out now. I am hearing a rumor that maybe Kabam have fixed it so that you cannot claim via your stash any of these devices, which does cause a bit of an issue for that particular video. I'm still keeping it up because it's still at the point, what is it now, 9:30 UK time. So I'm going to go to bed in an hour's time. So I'm trying to keep myself vigilant on that particular topic. But yeah, Kabam may have sorted that. So you can't go to your stash and then reward section and claim. That's the way we kind of said that was sort of about. But that's not about this video. This video is all about the total number of bots you can get this side quest. Now, the spreadsheet should be in the link in the description this time. There's a few other tabs I've got to work on, so it does look a little bit messy in places. That's because I'm working on it. There is a how the side quest works tab, which is there, and then there's also along the bottom, which you can see on the screen. It's right there. You should be able to see it. Which is how it works, total entries and bot currency, solo event and objectives guide, best team for the side quest. That's a work in progress. Spend scenarios. That's a work in progress, and so is rewards totals. The main thing we're going to focus on today is largely the total entries and bot currency that you can get. I'll probably change the what that tab is, but this is what we're going to go over in this particular video. So, you want to find out how many times you can enter into. And right to the point, I'll just get straight to the elements of this, which you can see on screen right now. You get 18 devices to enter. This is 100% what's going on at the moment. If you look in game, you go to your web slinger solo event and you can check it out there. It's kind of like this. You can see them. It's 35. 35 doesn't really divide by 2 in all actuality, but it all kind of adds up to 18 as the total you can get on that one. I'm pretty certain on that. Is that 36? Whatever. 18 entries. This is what somebody had in their inventory. But you want to know these kind of elements right here. So let's just kind of enlarge this right here. Based on what we had from the forum, we can 100% guarantee what Kabam have said. So that's the fights. When you go into the side quest, if you've seen the video that I posted earlier, you'll know that there are 7 fights. The further you go, the further you get. Always choose your progression. As I've said in the how the side quest works, choose your progression. Don't go lower. You cannot do all of the difficulties. Bit disappointing in that one because it would be nice to take home a lot more stuff. But 1.538 mil, which you can see right screen now. I should get a red circle, my red circle of doom. There it is. This kind of showcases where we're going to be talking about. And I've broken this down for Uncollected Cavalier, Thronebreaker, and Paragon. I did have a few people mention to me well, Rich, you don't do as much for Uncollected and Cavalier coverage stuff. Well, funnily enough, we're going to get you covered this side quest. So the main thing to point out right off the bat is total per entry you take home is there. So where the red circle is, and we will just enlarge this because again, we're talking about this subject. So depending on what you can do, if you're going per entry, so this is per 18 entries, so per that entry, 22,488 if you're doing threat level 1, 33,333 if you're doing threat level 2, 44,444 if you're doing threat level 3, 69,444 if you're doing an entry into threat level 4, and 85,472 if you're doing an entry into threat level 5. This gives you, after 18 entries, a grand total of the following. So how does this all break down? Well, this isn't the final scores, the final scores or the final bots you get will be added to. You have to add 50,000 from some of the solo objective, which is the Stomping Spiders objective. The Stomping Spiders objective, everyone's able to access. This is the one that sits on top of everything and gives you 50k a piece. This, of course, gets added to your final totals of everything. So that kind of gives you, again, this kind of like idea of, hey, so you get this much, but you get a little bit extra. It's not a huge amount, but it is a big amount when you think about some of the things that you're looking to buy. And now we'll go over the final totals and also, you know, then talk about, okay, buying stuff, because that's the other thing as well. You want to be able to buy as much as possible in the store. And by the way, this isn't a spending scenarios video. That's going to have to be later on, because that's going to take a lot of work from me in order to figure out some ideas of how you can spend your spider bots. So expect that in the next 2 to 3 days, maybe. And so we leave you with this on screen right now, which is a really important thing. So if you're uncollected, it is likely that you'll be doing threat level, I think it's threat level 2. Now, don't quote me on that as being what you can do. It is a case you can do as much as you're able to access. So you could be an uncollected player that's doing threat level 5, and that may be where you're up to. I don't know. I don't know your roster. I don't know your skill level. You might be incredibly skilled as an uncollected player and able to do threat level 4 because it may be available to you. I don't know. I really don't know. But I'd like to say that this may be coming in kind of like where you might be. So I've kind of based this on uncollected will do threat level 2, Cavalier will do threat level 3, Thronebreaker do threat level 4, and Paragon does threat level 5. Now, as I said, I don't know what your capabilities are. I cannot guess you as a human being. Otherwise, I'd have to guess and make my content based on 100,000 plus individual people. And it just ain't going to happen. But I can at least kind of say like, okay, with some certainty, you may be able to do this. And if you're able to do this, this may be what you'll achieve. You could be, as I said, a Cavalier player that's going to be like, oh, well, Rich, I didn't get 849,992 because I didn't do threat level 3. I actually ended up doing threat level 4. Okay, again, it's down to you what you're able to achieve. But at least gives you an idea of this is your final totals of take home. You may be Cavalier and picking up 849,992. You may be Thronebreaker and picking up 1,299,992. So just under that 1.3 mil mark. And Paragon players 1.588 mil, so just under that 1.6 mil mark. And that's really interesting to note how many you can, how many of these bots you can pick up. Command may thrust out another event to allow you to pick up some more devices and go in some. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds with Kabam and what they plan to do. But how does this translate to yourself and buying something? Because that's going to be important as well. I'll go over other spend scenarios at a later date because it will take a lot of work to do that, and I need to make some fancy infographics and things like that, and also update the spreadsheet. But to give you an idea, and I've done a quick scenario, and as I said, this is very quick. This is not my spend scenarios, but this just gives you a little bit of an idea. So we'll base it on a Paragon player. Sort of. Yeah, okay, Paragon player. In that, if you get yourself Metal Infestation Bundle 17. So 17 gives you 4 purchases, which will give you a good chunk of tier 6 class Catalyst Fragment Crystal. Not a huge amount, but 20% is 20%. You can't really grumble. Metal Infestation Bundle 18, which will give you, with 8 purchases, 1,600 7-star Hero Crystal Shards, which also has gold, which could be quite important because it means that you could spread your spend elsewhere. But also you get yourself 16 generic 6-star signature stones, which is actually pretty darn good. And also you can buy yourself Metal Infestation Bundle 19, which will give you a good chunk of stuff. I mean, tier 5 class catalyst times 450%, so that's 2 you can form in specific ways. A nice chunk of tier 5 basic and tier 2 alpha, again, personal choice. And some of the other stuff as well, you've got yourself some more signature stone crystals, and also a good chunk of 6-star shards totaling about 20k, and as well as some more gold. There is an option to buy more gold. Do you need to? Again, questions as to specific nature of what you want to pick up. And some other ones, going as far as going, I'd say 17 to 20, which are the designated Cavalier bundles, without touching any of the other Thronebreakers or lower than that. And the same thing if you're a Thronebreaker, buying anything lower. You can also buy shards, which is interesting. You can buy yourself miles away crystal shards, which are in different increments for different types of progression-based levels. So one of the key things is, okay, so that's all well and good, Rich. Well, how much does that all total up to? Well, we've got a little example. As I said, this is not my spend scenarios. This will come at a later date. So if you buy yourself all those different types of purchase limits and volumes, which include the shards and stuff like that, that all comes to a grand total of 1,175,000. That's right. That's not a huge spend. So it gives you more options to buy other stuff at a later date. You could say to yourself, well, I actually want to get different stuff. Fine. If you want to add more to that, you've still got, if you're a Paragon player, an extra 400k. Granted, it's not for those at Thronebreaker, but as I said, this video is just to really kind of showcase how much of the currency you can get, and also just a quick option of like, well, you know, where can that get me? And that's really the answer to the question that I was hoping to field in this video. And I hope this helps. I hope this helped out players to get an idea of, number one, and the main thing about this video is how many of these particular bots that you can pick up, which is actually quite a lot. It's quite a lot of bots that you can potentially pick up from the objectives, from the side quest, and giving you nice totals. So yeah, that's really been it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button. I will try and make this spreadsheet available as soon as the video goes live. It will still be a work in progress if you're interested in seeing it. There are more tabs to do. I need to, on my final video for today, finish off this section here, which is just not, it's not presented well. It's presented well enough, but it's going to be, the next video is going to be how to cheese the solo event. I saw someone in the comment section of the last video say, you know, oh, could we still have the cheese guide? And I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. I will definitely do that. And that'll be the final video for today. Unless anything breaks or scuffs with Marvel Contest of Champions. Hopefully it doesn't, but it's Marvel Contest of Champions and Kabam, and those things do happen from time to time. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoy getting back to making these type of videos, and lots more to come on the subject of the side quest. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Check out some other content, and I'll see you all soon. Much love. Have a great evening and day. Bye-bye for now.